And God said, Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit, and you shall have them for food. Genesis 1:29. Mankind was originally designed to be vegetarian. As we will see, after the flood, mankind was given permission to eat meat, and that will continue until the return of Christ. Vegetarianism today is a choice that some people make, but it is not a higher or more spiritual way of life. If it is viewed that way, then it is sin. So enjoy your steaks now, because you probably won't have them after the return of Christ when all death is abolished. 29. Christians are to be good caretakers of the environment. As those that have dominion over the rest of the physical creation, we do have the right to use animals, plants, and minerals for the benefit of mankind. However, we do not have the right to abuse and destroy the environment and the rest of creation. We are to develop, maintain, and beautify creation, not bring destruction. As we see in the law of God, even animals have certain rights and responsibilities, but they are never equal to or above human beings. Christians should never be caught up in the fear-mongering climate change hysteria. We know our sovereign God is in control and has designed a durable earth. It is tyrants who seek to control people by keeping them in a state of constant crisis. Christians should not be deceived. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. And it was so. Genesis 1:30. Animals were originally vegetarian as well. Before the flood, there was no death of living creatures. All was in harmony. Animals that today are carnivorous came from ancestors about 6,000 years ago that were not. As we will see, the fall of Adam and Eve changed everything. We live in a vastly different world from the one that was originally created. But by exercising godly dominion, we are to be working our way in submission to God back to where we were and even beyond it. God speaks, and it is so. Nothing resists his command. Nothing provides even the slightest difficulty for him. We sometimes struggle with this because God is not doing what we want him to do in our lives. We think, but won't admit, that God doesn't know or care or isn't able to do anything about it. We let our emotions lie to us. God is perfectly capable of taking care of our lives, and he does. It's just that what he knows is best for us isn't always pleasant or what we would like to. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Genesis 1:31. God evaluated his entire creation. God imputed or put objective value on his creation. It was very good because God said so. As beings made in the image of God, we also impute value to things. We can objectively impute value only to the things that God has put value on. For example, we can agree with God by admiring the marvels of the human body, or by helping someone who is hurting because they are important. We can place our own subjective value on things, such as saying we had a good dinner. Others may disagree, but we put value on it. We can place sinful subjective value on things, such as when racists devalue people or people groups. Let us learn to place value on the things that God values. This verse is a death blow to Christians bent on compromising with evolution. God declared everything very good at the end of day 6. If there were millions of years before this point, then God is declaring sickness and death as very good. This is a terrible insult against the character of our holy and loving Heavenly Father. It is to call God a liar, because the Bible is clear that death came as a result of the fall that we will see when we get to chapter 3. Millions of years are impossible in a true Christian biblical worldview. They are also impossible from a scientific point of view. But at least non-Christians aren't engaged in backstabbing God by pretending to believe him. Let's get serious about the Bible. If the everything that God saw included the spiritual realm, then Lucifer did not rebel and fall until day 7 or 8. If God was only referring to his physical creation, then Lucifer could have fallen any time during creation week after he was made, which was most likely on either day 1 or day 4. The Bible doesn't say, so we don't know for sure. Of course, this is looking at things from our physical perspective. We don't know if time functions the same way in the spiritual realm. And now tomorrow we'll start looking at Genesis chapter 2. See you then. May the peace and grace of Jesus be yours.